Hello. Howdy. Mr. Wispy, hello. Brian. Spelling your name wrong, but that's alright. Welcome. Once helicopters. Johnny Blower. What'd it do? I've been crafting a lot, John. Been painting a lot. I might do it tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do it on stream tomorrow. I think I'm gonna paint. I'm printing some stuff right now. I think that's the plan. The deadly K-50. It was deadly until the Apache showed up, and the Apache was better. Yeah. The problem with Trench Crusade is like you don't need that many figures. I've kind of already got my figures, but my son was home from college and we made a board. I made the board today and yesterday. I finished painting it today. It's a 4x4 board, which is the standard size for the game. But we made all these like foam blocks, essentially, like trenches. So like the top is all mud, and then it's got like I got like corrugated paper and painted it kind of silvery, so it's like you know, metal around the sides, and then some wood planks and stuff. So it looks pretty cool. I'll put some pictures up. I put some pictures up in my Discord, but anyway, I haven't touched the K50 either. It's not like a diorama. I mean, it's, I guess you could make it that way, but I mean, it's a playable board. There's like 6 or 7 of these big pieces of foam. Some of them are small, some are big. I've made one that's kind of, I guess you could almost like make like a playable diorama. So it's this square, it's about yay big. And then I 3D printed a, this big artillery piece. And so then what I did was in the middle of that box, I kind of cut out like a section so that so it's like a gun pit. So the gun's in there, and I've got some like sandbags around it. And I'm going to put some, that's probably what I'll do tomorrow on stream actually, because I need to finish it, is I've got all these like little doodads, you know, to put in like ammo boxes and shit like that. I did kind of paint the sides and put some metal or some wood planking on it, but it's basically done. So yeah. Apaches have electronic, but in Helo dogfight. Well, that's where he lost me. Helo dogfight. Not a real thing. It could happen, but it's not a real thing. The Hind is fun, but I haven't touched. Honestly, dudes, I haven't played DCS and I don't know when's the last time I streamed. I haven't played in a long time. I did turn it on earlier and just jumped in the Corsair, and I just kept like wearing the engine out, so I don't remember how to do it. I don't remember how to fly it. And I think it's probably changed a lot since I flew it, so there's probably more engine management to worry about than what I'm used to, so whatever. I thought I would do some F-15 though, because I've been told to come back to the 51st and do stuff. But I don't remember how to fly anything, let alone the F-15, even though it's sort of easy, I guess. But we'll I'm gonna jump in there and just do a couple things, and then I've got an Apache here. Maybe I'll go out and shoot some stuff too. Time to get the flock and the magnet out. That's right, and paint the edges a nice shade of green. Yeah, that's the stuff.
I'm gonna send you up against the best.
We'll see if I can remember how to start this thing. I know that's I gotta be able to start it. I don't remember where it is. It's no. Is it this one? I don't know. Hello, Shaq. I don't think this is the right one. I don't know where this is. Oh, that's way down there. Oh, Christ almighty. Where's the one I had up here? Come on, something's not right. Oh, I know what I did. I probably changed it to hot. Hot. Oh, I called it hot, but it's not hot. That's stupid. This one. See what it's got on board. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, John. That's kind of where I feel, and it's one of those things where you gotta like do it, and then the more you do it, you know, you're fine. But it's daunting. It's daunting to get back into it. I remember when I stopped, like long before I made the channel, I stopped playing DCS for like 3 years or something, some crazy. And I was like, I want to play that flight simulator game I have. And I got in it and I started like doing this, started looking around. I was like, nah, fuck this. I don't want to do this. All right, let's see what I can remember. Whoops. I know I don't want to do that. Ugh. Reach anything. No, I want to do that. I think that's right. No, I want to flip all these. And then I know I want to pull this. Wait, I want to leave that off till it lights up. Think. Maybe I did it wrong. It is supposed to be on. I don't remember. We hardly knew. I know, right? It's pathetic. Oh yeah, I gotta turn the engines on first. Okay. I'm doing it. It's happening. There we go. All right. Muscle memory, it's coming back. It's working! It's working! I gotta find my other glasses. These are like a little bit too strong. But if I take them off, I just can't see very well. I gotta find my other ones. I have very delicate eyes. I have special eyes.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
I know. I'm on the ground. Well, from what I understand, it's still working fine. But I don't know. Alright, now I gotta get this started. I think that's right. All right, and we need to turn on this. We need to turn on. I don't need to, but I guess we should. That we need to turn on the air. Turn on the brakes. We need to turn on the thingies. Radios are on. This. I like to set that because I forget. What else? That on. We'll go to standby. I don't really need this because it doesn't do anything. We gotta go in the back. Turn all this shit on. All right. Do that because I'll forget. Yeah, that's why I one of the reasons I don't like VR is because it is hard to see ground targets, and I am primarily a air-to-ground guy. The Crystal Pimax was really good, but they took it back from me because I wasn't using it enough. So they were like, well, you don't really use it, so we want it back. It's like, okay. That's fine. I should have said, come and take it, Kami, but I didn't. Fuck, I don't know. Alright, we are aligning, that's a good thing. Oh, what else? What else? Armament. We'll go to the jettison. Air to ground. So program 1. Auto. Up. Nose to tail. Program 2. Auto step. Nose to tail. I think that's right. I think that's what we want. It's been a while. That's fine. None of that matters. Do. That. All right. And then I purposely gave myself limited gas because I want to go to the tanker. E8 X-ray. Oh my god, that scared me. Cronenberg, thank you. You only see long ass ads when you sign into Twitch. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing. I don't, like I was saying, the gang is still doing stuff, so I'm actually no. What am I doing? That's fine. Okay. All right. Alignment is complete. All right. I have a tanker. All right. Fuck. I don't remember what frequency is. I think it's 250. We'll find out when I get up there. I don't remember which radio is which. There we go. Tanker.
Texaco 1-1.
See if they'll answer.
1. Request rejoin.
I'm definitely getting his TACAN. He may not answer because we're far away and on the ground. All right, we're aligned. Taxi light, that's real important. Oh, we gotta call my favorite. Remove the chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
All right. I think we're ready. Turn my radar on. I used to taxi with my feet anymore. I'm a lazy airline pilot. I got my little tiller. Oh, we need some flaps, don't we? Let's put some flaps out. Alrighty. All right, let's see now. Well, I bet that's my tanker right there. I'm gonna pitch for 300 knots. I said that the other day to a guy. He didn't know what I meant. What that means is, those who don't know, my power set, I'm at mill power. I'm just gonna keep pitching up until I hold 300 knots. Or roundabouts. That way you're not messing with the power, you just get your climb power set. Or whatever you're using. I'm just gonna pitch until it holds about 300. Or if I wanted more, I'd pitch for 280. You know, whatever. Whatever number. Yeah, I armed his seat. He does look sad though, doesn't he? He looks really... He's like really contemplative right now. He's like, he's got a lot going on at home. Alright, let's see if this guy will answer. I'm fairly certain I picked the right frequency.
Texaco 1-1. In field 1. Request rejoin.
Apparently not. Oh man. Oh wait, you know what? I'm dumb. That's why. I gotta do that. That's why. Oh, there we go.
Texaco 1-1. In field 1. Request rejoin.
Yep, there he is.
25,000 at 300.
Yeah, we did it. He's thinking about his plastic pile of shame. Slaying the gray. Alright. Where? Unarmed airspeed. Oh. How did I do that? Oh, you know what? Fuck me. I'm dumb. That's what's going on. I forgot that I rotated my thingy. I've probably broken this airplane. I was wondering why it sounded so loud. I forgot I rotated my thing to turn on my radar and I didn't rotate it back. So when I went to put my gear up, I actually turned, whoops. I actually turned that stupid, what you call it?
Report rejoin.
Oh. Ah, we're good. She's fine. She's fine. Alright, what am I trying to do? I said 25,000. So it should be off to the right. I think that's him right there on the TAC cam. Yeah, I looked down, I saw everything blue. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. It's supposed to be green. He's 239 for 11 miles, so he should be... There he is. Alright. Now, I gotta remember how to open up my little door. Alright, it's that. Okay, cool. We're figuring it out. Been a while. It's been a long while. All right, let me call him back since I accidentally aborted.
Texaco 1-1 in field 1. Request rejoin.
In field 1, Texaco 1-1. Proceed to pre-contact at 25,000 at 300.
There he is. So, how are things? Alright, looks like he's heading... Yeah, alright. Heading away. Heading off to the left. Just being a hunk. Yeah, me too. Went to the gym today, I know. It's... Strong boy. Just got back from work like 3 days ago. No, Saturday I came back. I had an 8-day rotation. Day 1, they left me at home. Day 2, they flew me out to Phoenix. Day 3, I did 4 short legs. Day 5, I flew to Buffalo. Is that right? Day 3, day 4. Anyway, I get to Buffalo on Tuesday night. We broke the plane. Well, the plane broke itself, but we reported it. And then they flew another crew in. They fixed the plane. The other crew took the plane, and I sat there Wednesday. Yeah, shit. Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday night. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I sat in a hotel room in Buffalo, and then came home Saturday. It's terrible. So I went to the gym, and that was about it. And I watched so much YouTube. So much YouTube. And this guy's hauling ass. He is booking. Which sucks, because I'm going to end up booking, and then I'm going to fucking overtake his ass real quick. Yeah, it was a lot of hotel living. So then the day I was supposed to come home, they gave me a plane ticket, and it was like I wasn't gonna get home till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I wasn't leaving till like 10 or 11 in the morning. And I sent a note in. I was like, "Can you guys please give me an earlier flight?" I was like, "I've been in this hotel for 3 days." And the guy wrote me back. He's like, I'm from Buffalo. I feel your pain. I'm gonna get you out there as soon as possible." So I had a 6 a.m. flight. I was home by like 10 on Saturday. Man, he is cruising. I don't remember him making him this fast. I'm gonna run out of gas before I get to him. I gotta get comfortable. There. Alright, here we go. When I get to him right as he starts to turn. Feel it. Alright, doors open. I'll be a good boy and turn my radar off. I don't want to radiate the fake people. There he goes. Called it. Probably the most valuable key you can have mapped was the ready pre-contact key. Get a little bit closer. He likes to have you right up his butthole before you say it.
Ready pre-contact.
Cleared contact.
Easy, friend. Gotta get nice and comfortable. I like to be able to see the ready thing because it tells you if you're actually connected or not. But that HUD, man, that line, the top line of that HUD always screws me up because it gets right where I want to see the lights.
Contact.
Yeah.
You're taking fuel.
Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah. First time in months in the turn. Shit, yes. Nope. The problem is, if I turn my head to look to see how much gas I have, I'm gonna lose it. And the moment this dude starts to roll out, I'm also gonna lose it. Like, I can do it straight or I can do it turning. But that transition between the two is a little rough. Because you can't stay directly underneath him. You gotta be off to the side a little bit. That's fine, that's probably enough anyway. What are we at? Oh yeah, fuck yeah, that's plenty. Hell yeah.
Abort rejoin.
Fuck yeah. All right. The kid still got it. Easy. Easy. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have the Wizzo back there. I like in the F-16 because you can set the information to repeat up on the HUD so you can fill up your fuel. I just don't ever fly the F-16. Alrighty. Well, that's the easy part. The next part I don't remember how to do. Let's see. All right, we want to go to steer point 2. I think that's. Wait, no, it's fuck. All right, yeah. 'Cause it's a target, so you gotta have a funny name for it. Pod is in the right area. It's just looks like Dookie. Why does it look like Dookie? Are they a full fidelity Charlie, huh? I'm just not a good air-to-air guy, so I like to be able to drop some bombs. Of course, I say that I don't remember how to do the bombs either right now, but yeah, I wish somebody would pick this up and make sure that it lives. I haven't been paying attention, honestly. I don't know. For all I know, they've started to work things out. I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I gotta go to smart weapons, don't I? Where's that at? Page 2. Smart weapons. This is sort of like my basic training F-15 mission. So I would take off, I would tank, I would come over here, there's like some tanks and shit parked over here. And then with the GBUs practice like mapping a bunch of targets. Like I could get like 8 bombs off in one pass. I'm not even gonna try because I don't remember how to do it. Plus my screen looks like crap. What am I forgetting here? It was looking good a second ago. Or it started to. Why does it look like nothing? White hot? There we go. Yeah, it's just the heat. The heat, man, the heat. Alright, let's see if I can figure this one out. Designate. Alright, so there. So that's that. We gotta make sure we're armed. We are armed. We gotta go to air to ground mode. And range. Time to release 27 seconds. Let's see what we can do. See if we can even get a bomb off. I don't remember what button to push. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. I think I'm pushing the right button. We're gonna find out here in a second. Apparently not. Oh, there we go. Okay, yep, there it goes. Bombs away. So we'll see. I might have been a little off. I wasn't too great at my designation. I was more interested in actually remembering the process. Because what you can do, of course, is you can just designate, transfer, designate, transfer, designate, transfer, and you can get a whole bunch off. You just gotta be slow, you know, on the lead up. I think the pod's on my right side. I don't remember. Boom! Boom goes the dynamite! Yeah. But yeah, you can, we'd have to go next station, that's the other thing, so So we could grab one, designate, next station, designate. It helps if you've got it mapped. I've got some screens here. I always just forget to use them. But I can just rotate through these bombs. This cloud cover makes it dicey. Almost by design. Yeah, hopefully something happens and they keep this thing alive, because this is one of my favorite aircraft. Except for this guy, he is just depressing. Or he's reading a book. One of the two. There it is. Get down below these clouds. Pull that power back so we're not blazing in at a million knots. Let's see if we can get like 2 off. 2 or 3. Alright, there we go. Get those brakes out for a second. Slow us down a pinch. One thing that sucks is the zoom is not great on the pod, so... Alright, so we're going to designate, transfer, wait for a second, boom. We're going to go next station. Designate, I think I missed that one, but that's fine. Transfer. Next station, I'm going to jump over to that one. My center of gravity. Designate, transfer. All right. Now we'll juice her on up. There's my fall line. Time to release, 20 seconds. Should just hold the button down. I'm going to hold it now and I'm going to pull back. That should decrease that time. One away. There we go. You do have to cycle it. I couldn't remember if you hold it down, if it did all 3, if you had to cycle them. So I cycled them. I don't know if they're all going to hit though. I think the first one will be okay. I think the other 2 might go long because of my delay in releasing. But we'll see. Oh, we did okay. We got all 3. Look at that. Look at that. And we got a secondary on the building back there, it looks like. I must have some hellacious winds in. I know, double streaming. Well, you see, when I started with Twitch forever ago, you couldn't double stream if you were affiliated. Affiliated meaning you make any money whatsoever. So I got affiliated pretty quick and you couldn't double stream. I was like, okay. and I didn't look too much into it. And then I saw other guys doing it, and I was like, how are you guys doing this? But they said, oh no, the rules changed. So yeah, so I started doing that. Easy. It's almost not even fun. What are we at on gasoline? Let's we should set a bingo. Let's set like 7. All right. Oops. Designate you. Transfer. Next station. I'm gonna designate you. Transfer. All right, so that's all I got in that program. Program 2's got the other 2 or the other 3 bombs. So again, if you're fast enough, you can finger bang it out and get a bunch off. I think, I'm trying to remember because again it's been a while, but I think though you got to be kind of smart about your target selection. So like, you want to start close because you don't want to have like the farthest guy as your first target, because then it'll kind of screw up the sequencing of dropping your bombs. Fall line, which is weird. Something's not right here. Something's not right. I think we turned too early. My time of release is going up. I did it in my fall line, so we're just gonna pull out of that. Has Edie fixed the... I don't know, I was wondering about that myself. If they have, they haven't, I guess, said it out loud? I don't know. What a weird glitch. What an absolutely bizarre glitch. I'm about to go bingo already. Oh, shit. I'll make it 6. Maybe we can get these bombs off. Yeah, I haven't tried it. Like I said, I played a little Corsair today. First time I've done it since, honestly, since I made those videos. And yeah, I kept seizing up the engine. So obviously some engine management stuff has changed, or I've forgotten stuff, or probably a little bit of both. All right, I think that's probably far enough. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I'm not getting the fall line. What am I doing wrong here? I don't know, something's not right. I'm still too close. I don't know how I'm screwing this up. That's alright. We're almost out of gasoline, so we'll fly back to base. So we're gonna go Shift B there. So I am using my upfront display from on your 12. You guys saw my recent video of the the F4 Phantom panel. It's right here. Awesome panel. But the F15 one is really cool because it's got a keypad and everything. Let's see. So we could just jettison these bombs. I can remember how to jettison. There we go. Well, alright. There we go. Greg from Greg's Airplanes and Automobiles. I'm not familiar with that. The one thing that pisses me off with Razbam stuff is this, like, I know I made a video forever ago about how to get the pod to come back up to the nose, because I learned it from Natso. And then it doesn't do it anymore. Oh, whatever. Whatever. All right, we are 20 miles from the field. We're at 10,000 feet. We're coming in like a bat out of hell. No, I hear you, Nuke, but even before all that stuff happened, like they do that with the Harrier. Like they'll change, you know, they did this, it's kind of like their history. They'll like change stuff, so like, well, this button used to do this, but now it does this. Because it was not doing it a while ago, and I was talking to somebody like, oh no, now you got to do this to do that. And it's whatever. Whatever. Let's go to nav mode. Like that. All right. I need to get what simulator has the Challenger? Is it the does Microsoft Flight Simulator have a Challenger like 350 or something? I should do that. Maybe it's X-Plane. I love flying the Challenger. It's so much fun. And I'm at that like really dangerous level where I'm like really comfortable with it. So much fun. Like, oh, we're a little high. Nah, it's fine. Start dropping shit out, diving in. It's awesome. But safely and within standards, within limits. No hot dogging. No hot dogging. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream chat. With pod as SOI, capsule momentarily forward, capsule momentarily forward again, it's supposed to bore side. Yeah, exactly. That's the trick. It just doesn't do it. It hasn't done it in a long time, from what I can tell. Alright, bring out a little bit of brakes here. Our speed manageable. Yeah, I think you do. A lot, but you definitely have to have it mapped. It's definitely something you should be familiar with. The cowl flaps we're talking about. I know, I'm conscious that the YouTubers can't see what the Twitch streamers are saying, and vice versa. Make sure I got the right thing here. Whoa. Alright, gears coming down. Hopefully we didn't break them on that takeoff. Thank you, Scooter. Appreciate you. I think 220 is good flap speed. I don't remember. Pretty as a picture.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
Oh, I know it. Come on. That nose up. I think my personal best is 80 knots. We're at 90. 83, 82, 81, 80. Had that stick all the way in my junk. Brakes in, flaps up. Our radar off.
Enfield 1, taxi to parking area.
Yeah. Beautiful. I like landing this plane. It's fun. Dune. I know you keep talking about it. It's not happening. It's not happening. Shall not. Will not. Even if you bought it for me, I'm not gonna play it. Don't buy it for me. But I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to invest in something like that. And I love Dune. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Dune fan. A friend of mine calls it lazy Star Wars, I think. Oh, you can fly an ornithop? Okay, hold on, back up. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that really? I'm gonna have to YouTube that. That's cool. But is it like legitimately, or is it just like, you know, flying the bug and hunt? Like, has it got some like feel to it? Okay, nah. don't know. I've spoken many times about how I feel about those types of games. They sell you on ideas. They sell you on dreams. Star Citizen has entered the chat. Alright, I guess that's about it. All we do is just shut it down now. Right. Now, if you could say I could play half-naked Sting, I will kill him. And for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, go back and watch, what was it, 85, I think? Dune from 85 with Sting, and 84. Kyle MacLachlan. Yeah, director's cut. He gets you all the backstory. It's like 20 minutes of lead up. 10,000 years, Patrick Stewart, yep. Like 10,000 years of history wrapped up in like 10 minutes of exposition. Yeah, and Patrick Stewart's a fucking baller in that too. You young pup! You young pup! Yeah, he does not play. He's got that dog under the bug under his arm. Atomics! What does he say? Oh no, I'm in a hangar. This isn't gonna be good. Go out into the desert like a horse's ass or something. I can't remember what he says. I'm willing to bet we're gonna explode as soon as I... Oh, no, we're okay. Engine 1 out. Engine 2 out. Fuck, dudes, I haven't... Oh, I thought I was in the hangar. Okay, I'm not. I'm just in the shade. Okay. We are in fly. That'll seem to be working. Collective seems to be working. Here we go.
Rotor RPM high.
Oh no. I want to get away from this building. Yeah. Remember how to do shit. Okay, yeah. Easy, girl. Daddy's home. For SAS. I don't remember. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh god. Too much. Too much. I literally haven't flown this in quite some time either. I gotta finish this damn campaign for Baltic. Weapons? No, I have a fucking gun. That's it. That's alright. That's all I need. I threw this on right at the last second because I saw chat was talking about helicopters. Should have some vehicles up yonder. Wish my waypoint's up in the air because I always forget. Let's see, what do we gotta do? Point, edit, Altitude 000. There we go. Easy. I'll tell you what book I've been reading, the First Law trilogy. I think we've talked about it here in the past. If you like fantasy, but like gritty, like realistic, not like, and the fairies and the elves banded together, but like hardcore, gritty fantasy, go check out the First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie. Really good. And then he's got a couple sort of spin-off books, which are also really good. And then there's a second trilogy. It's really good. So like everything from that. There's like 6, 7, 8, 9 books I think total. They're all good. Like hardcore good. So if you're looking for some books and you like I said, fantasy, but not like there's magic, but it's like really. It's a big deal when magic happens type thing. It's more just dudes with swords just fucking waylaying each other. But really good character development. Good lore, good storyline. That's right, it's exactly like Krull. It's probably inspired by Krull. Fucking Krull. God, what a movie. What a movie. I thought there was stuff out here. Must have put the waypoint in the wrong spot. Where am I? Oh, it's on. Oh, okay, I know what I did. What a movie. Krull. If you haven't seen Krull, let me tell you something, boyo. You are missing out. Old Man's War. Okay, I don't know that one. I'm very particular about, well, books in general these days, because a lot of people can just publish books. And you know, you can just tell when somebody's like, this is a real writer, or, oh, this is a guy who just kind of likes to write, but he's not a writer. You know what I mean? Like, you just can tell. Which is probably where I'm reading this series, because I've already read it like 3 times already. But it's like, I know it's good. But I take so many chances on books on like Amazon, like Kindle and stuff, and I'm just disappointed so many times. Like, what? Nobody would say that, or nobody would do, like, it's just, you know, it's like, it's lazy. There we go. There's some stuff. Alright, I don't have any rockets or anything. Gonna do the old gunneroo. Hold on, let me flip the old weapons page here. Oh, these are backwards? That's not good. But I fixed that, so I wasn't doing that anymore. There's a fucking bird right there. Alright. Guns was. Let's kill the bird. I always hated shooting the gun with the helmet right off the front. It's so hard. It's so hard. They get old people to sign over service at 85. A decent sci-fi. Shit, who wrote it? Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, you took it. Fuck. I can't think of the name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. But it was like, it started really good. It was started kind of gritty. It was like aliens came to Earth and basically told us like, hey, you guys are about to get invaded by these really bad aliens, and we're not very good at fighting, but we can give you all this technology. You guys are pretty good at fighting. And so they end up getting like power armor, you know, it's kind of a Starship Troopers type situation. And they're like, we'll give you all this shit, but you have to do some fighting for us. So we send like the 82nd Airborne with power armor to this other planet and fight. And then it's like, yeah, but you guys have like 5 years and you're gonna get invaded. It's pretty hardcore. Like when they land, it's because basically the aliens are just like these like alligator looking creatures, and they just eat and hack everyone up and just eat people, and it's rough. But like it was pretty realistic, like the way it was written. It was like this countdown, like the ships show up, and of course they'd already established all these characters, so like the ships show up and the news is broadcasting, and we're trying to calculate where we think the first landing is going to happen, and it's like, you know, it's kind of like narrowing down as things come down, and then it goes to like, no, it's not Forever War. What the fuck is it called? God. I'm trying to think of even like one of the titles. Something dance. Something shit. What is that called? Sci-fi book dance. Shit. Flash dance. It's killing me. If I could think of the guys. All right, I gotta pause. This is killing me. Sci-fi book series, alligator people. There's something called the alligator people. Fuck. I'm going down the keywords. Fucking. Here we go. A Hymn Before Battle. That's what I was thinking of. John Ringo. There you go. John Ringo. They're not bad. There are some like hokey kind of like, okay, dude, you know. There's Forever War. I don't think I've ever read that. But there's one in the series where it's kind of the same thing where they can regenerate people and stuff like that. Yeah, there you go. The Hymn Before Battle. That's the first one, right? But there's one where it's set in like Germany, and they can regen all these old people and make them young. So they end up going back and grabbing all these like old like World War II Nazi era dudes and regenning them. And I remember the scene in my head because it was so fucked up. So they have all these tankers, and they have like, you know, space tanks now, you know, and the aliens figure out like, oh, these people care about their people, so they make these boats to cross the Rhine, and they've got like all these prisoners, human prisoners, on the front of the boats to try to prevent the Germans from shooting the boats, you know. And so the commander's like, he basically says, hey, everyone who was in the war, get on the guns. Because he was like, I know all those dudes will pull the trigger and not say a fucking word, and they're just gunning down these boats with all the people on them and stuff. It's fucked, and there's some other fucked up stuff. It was kind of hardcore, but the scene where the aliens land for the first time, and you like go from the view of this woman who's basically trying to buy groceries before things happen, and she's just like running, and the creatures are just behind, just gobbling everybody up and just fucking destroying everything, and she's like, and it's just like, she's just like, I'm just gonna keep moving, and everything's behind me, and I'm just gonna keep moving. But it's interesting series. They're not bad. It's probably the closest good sci-fi of power armor, short of Starship Troopers, which is the pinnacle. I know people like the book Armor. I did not like it. I don't remember why, because I read it so long ago, but I remember not liking it. Maybe I'd like it now because I'm older and whatever. But Forever War. I don't know if I read that or not. Yeah, the Gator people are invading the planet. So it kind of bounced around. I don't remember that one. That one's like Watch on the Rhine. I think that's what it's called. That particular book is Watch on the Rhine. That's basically Nazis fighting aliens. But anyway, it's an interesting series. But yeah, I highly recommend the First Law trilogy. Just read the first book, and if you're not hooked on that, then you're not gonna like obviously the rest, and you're also not a good person. That's a little low. See, I'm aiming a little low because my manual range is set to 1500, and I've talked about this before. I normally set like 800 or so. I just didn't because I'm lazy. Whoops. Oh, I forgot. See, I fell in my own trap there. You gotta wake the keyboard up. Anyway. Well, we wouldn't want that. Nobody confuse you with a good person. Oh no. Oh, it's out of coincidence. Thought we were out of juice. I'll tell you what movie I did watch the other day while I was sitting in Buffalo for days doing nothing. Rambo. First Blood. I forgot what a good movie that is. Just a solid movie. What else did I watch? Heat. I watched Heat. Also a solid movie. Though I don't know why people get so excited about the shootout thing. Like, oh, this is the most realistic shootout ever. Like, I'm okay. I mean, I guess. Good, but I don't know that's that amazing. The Marines study how Val Kilmer changes the magazine in his rifle. Why? Oh, we are sinking. It's not that good. But it is good. Easy. That's a tank, so it's not gonna do it. It did feel raw. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's enjoyable to watch, but I don't know why people think it's that amazing. Maybe it is. I guess you have to put it into context. That's fair. But it is a good movie. It's good characters. Got Bobby D. Al Pacino. Val Kilmer, Tom Sizemore, very good movie. I heard they were gonna do a remake or something. Yeah, Al Pacino's got a lot of yelling. Don't waste my motherfucking time. She's got a great ass. Who? What are you, a fucking owl? Sharp, on the edge, where I gotta be. So good. I was gonna watch LA Confidential as well, but I got distracted. Going down the YouTube rabbit hole. Yeah, he's very intense. I was watching, is that Bill Hader, the comedian that does the Al Pacino impressions? He's so good. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Now, where's these fucking dinosaurs? Al, it's gonna be a PG movie. PG? Oh, that's gonna be a fucking problem. Alright, John, we'll see you, buddy. Appreciate you. Oh, I haven't flown this thing in a while. It feels good. I don't see any issues. Internet's always full of guys saying they can't fly it, but I think that says more about them than the module. That was a little bit more right turn than I wanted, but I just wish there was an easier way to sort of translate the force trim. That's the challenge. And I don't blame ED for that. It's just really hard. It's blinker light music. I got 8 hours of blinker light playing. Calms me. I always hated shooting like this because you gotta really keep your head so steady, and of course you can't zoom in with your your real head, so you're just like trying really hard to keep your head straight, and the aircraft's bouncing around. You're zooming this number and stuff. It's so hard. It's to the point where I'm like, why even teach this? Why even have this as a technique? Rockets too. It's just a pain in the ass. That's what I liked in the Echo model, because you could what do you call it? Stow the rocket pod. What did they call it? Fix. You could fix them. You could stow them in the Delta, but it wasn't really like what you were supposed to do. But in the Echo, you could actually hit fixed, and the rocket pods would be fixed forward. That's so much easier to shoot rockets that way than trying to do this fucking number. Is Hammy gonna spot in the Kiowa for you? No, I don't have a server anymore, so I don't have a way to. And I haven't tried in a really long time, but I've never had any luck with like hosting, like on my own, I'm sure there's some sort of like permissions or whatever that's not correct. Well, you have a server. I just mean I don't have that one that I had for a long time. Last time I talked to you, Scooter, you were having trouble with your server anyway, so I'm assuming by now you figured it out, because that was like 2 months ago. I do miss flying helicopters though. It's so much fun. There's so much more finesse. You fixed it. Oh, good. I figured you would. I figured. That's good. Yeah, is it cheaper now than what you had before? Oh, 3 server. Should try and fly and trim. Yes. Flying a little cockeyed, but that's okay. It's what helicopters do. That's what airplanes do sometimes too. A little cock-eyed. It's a fixed rate versus Amazon's by the hour. Well, yeah, you've had the Amazon for a while. I think that's what I was using before, was your Amazon. I thought you'd changed it though. I don't remember. Can't keep up. Maximum attack. Hello. What is up? I'm just out here goofing off. You know what I should show you guys? I found a really cool game yesterday, just by accident. I keep trying to trim with the wrong trimmer. Look, I'm flying an airplane. It's called Sherman Commander, and it's in beta testing. It's on, yeah, Sherman Commander. It's really good. I played it for like 10 minutes yesterday, but I was really impressed with it. Thought it was pretty legit. I don't know why my screens are backwards. I thought I'd fix that. My right screen is my left screen, and my left screen is my right screen. Snozzberries taste like snozzberries. Let's see if I remember how to do this shit. I want to drop a kick. Oh, I hit the wrong button. No, I hit the right button. Okay, good. And now I want to go point. No. Route. Direct. And then I can click on my kick. There. And yeah. 7 kilometers away. All right. I love the cack. You can quote me on that. Yeah, Sherman Commander is pretty neat. It's kind of RTS-y, but not like base building type stuff. A little bit of first person from the tank. Graphics seem to be pretty good. Controls are pretty good. It's fairly simple. It's almost arcadey with the controls of the tank, and then it's pretty simple to control the other characters. Yeah, maybe we'll whip that up. I should fly this more. Whew. 11 feet. Just keep that flight path vector above stuff, and you'll generally be okay. Alright, nothing is armed. Weapons are DWAS. Tail wheel is locked. Lights out. I think that was pretty much it on the before landing. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Oh, there's the field right there. see any. Oh, there's. Alright, so we got a tail end here. That's what I figured. Yeah, we'll land right there. Drag that flight path vector right where I want it. Find up here. Nice and slow. Keeping it a little high so I can intercept that good angle that I want. There we go. We don't need that anymore. It's going to start lying to us when we get down at the bottom anyway. Yeah. Set that brake. Turn on that APU. Yeah, the Apache and the Kiowa both are a lot of fun to fly in DCS, I think. They feel good. The I haven't touched Kiowa in a while. I don't know if things have changed. I know there was some drama, I guess. I'm so tired of DCS drama. But, out of the gate, flew great, which it came a long way, because I can tell you a long time ago when it was still in development, gross. But it's pretty good. Any chance of Apache videos ever coming back? Yeah, I took down a lot. So, how do I put this? I know that my name has been said in circles that have nothing to do with DCS and have everything to do with national defense, which I think is stupid because the Apache is not new technology, and I don't think that I've ever really shared anything that's... I mean, we've sold fucking Apaches to Morocco, okay? Like, the information's out there, but the Apache community in particular is very... They think they're more important than they are. Just being honest. There's a lot of guys who think that that their stuff is super secret squirrel stuff when it really isn't. So anyway, I know that there's people that have been like, well, how does he get away with sharing this information? Which normally wouldn't bother me too much. However, I'm not a huge fan of the current administration and things that are going on, and I'm pretty vocal about it, so I'm being cautious, we'll just say. So anyway, that's why I took that stuff down, and honestly why I almost stopped with the campaign with Baltic. I just don't want to open myself up to fucking drama. Yeah. It's probably silly, it's probably overkill, but yeah. We've seen stupider shit happen lately. Anyway. Alright, well, we turn on APU. I'm gonna bring the engines to idle. And start the clock for 2-minute cooldown. Because, you know, the engines have been the temperature of the sun for the past hour. But giving them 2 minutes to cool down should be good. The TSA regular grasses your wife for being a Danish national. Yeah. Yeah, it's... What's that old Chinese curse? May you live in interesting times. Brother, we're in them. Oops, I accidentally. See, I play around with the pedals too much. And I end up popping off the brake. Well, don't come here, Mace. Be harassed. Definitely don't come here if you're brown, because no. Fuck your shit up. Anyway, what time is it? I gotta go to some barbecue thing later. I should have put a Kiowa in here. I want to fly the Kiowa now. I haven't touched it in a while. Let's do that. We know how to shut it down. Let me throw one in here. No, I appreciate it, and I want to put them back, and I'm sure that I will. But yeah, I just don't have a good feeling about stuff. I'd rather be cautious. Let's put rocket, not APKWS. That's cheating. It might be less than 3 years. There's a lot of chatter going on about health the past couple days. But I think our problems extend beyond one person. Whoa, what's happening? What is this? I have zoom on two different things when I do helicopters, because I have like my normal jet one and then my collective one, so they like to compete. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't need any pedals or brakes. Force trim, okay, pitch, gas, yaw, hydraulics are on. Alright. Let's see if I can remember the checklist. NR's 100%, FedEx non-auto systems. We got fuel, we got electrical. Alright. ACP. Pilot cyclic, armor side panel. I think that was it. I think there's one in there I'm forgetting, but that's fine. Alright, force trim is off. Let's see. Get up there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, she flies so much better. It used to be that she sat really nose high in the initial testing, and like so when you tried to take off nice and smooth, because what should happen in the Kiowa is the back of the skids should hit the ground first. Because she hovers, you know, like this. But so when you try to take off, you should kind of slide up on those skids. But you couldn't do that because the tail was hitting, so it was like too nose high or something. That was weird. I love those Newsom tweets are hilarious. His team has got it spot on. Yeah, so when you pick it up, you really should like kind of pull back on the cyclic a little bit. It's almost like peeling it off the ground. It's a sticker. Singles. Now, I will say I have been using the force trim. I never used force trim in the real aircraft, but you kind of have to in DCS. Otherwise, you got a lot of forward stick. So if you got a wet noodle stick, then it's fine. But if you got any springs in it, you're gonna look like that dude and lady in the water with one strong arm. So I will use the force trim against my better judgment. I'm not flying all the way out there to those tanks though. It's too far. We'll find something else to shoot at. Shooting rockets is so much fun. You can smell it. You can smell the cordite, you know, gunpowder. Just goes off right next to you. It's fucking right there, dude. It's right there. Awesome. It's like, yeah, sex is cool, but have you ever shot rockets? F6 while shooting rockets. Fantastic. That's a good idea. Yeah, I should put that on a shirt. Man, don't remind me, shirts. Fucking... So I have two different merch stores. I don't know why. But one of them... Like, I don't make a lot of money off that at all, but... I let it sit for months and months and months, and it's like, oh, there's like 200, 300 bucks there or whatever. So I requested my funds. This was back in May. I still have not gotten paid. So I keep messaging them and talking to the customer service, like, yeah, we had a problem with our thing, but you should get paid soon. I'm like, what is soon? Like 3-4 months ago. So now you've reminded me of that. Now I gotta message those people. This is DCS, none of us have sex. So true. Well, and I mean, I've had them for years, so I mean, it's not like I've never been paid by them, but, and they're like the standard, you know, YouTube merch store, essentially, but yeah, it's just pissing me off. It's ridiculous. Alright, what have I shot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rockets. That was always a bad thing. You didn't really know how many rockets you had in Kiowa. And some of them might not work. I kind of wish they'd have modeled that, though I'm also glad they didn't. Like, some of these tubes are just bad. So you'll pull the trigger and nothing will come out. Or you know that the pod is bad, so like they won't load it. I mean, you'll know that, but you'll know like there's only 5 rockets in this pod. Because the Army's cheap. They're like meant to be disposable, but you know, the Army holds on to them until like, I think it was like if 3 of the 7 pods didn't, or tubes didn't work, then they would get rid of it. Some crazy number like that. Those rockets are really loud. They're not that loud. Well, they're not that loud to you, because you're in the helicopter. You can't hear that. No, trust me, I thought about it though. I was like, are these guys scamming me? Like, is this bullshit? But then I'm like, I've had them for years and I've been paid by them before. Though I remember having to chase them down once before for pay. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. It takes forever too, you know, you sit on there waiting for customer service. But it's unacceptable. And it's not like it's that much money either, so it's like, you're wasting my time. Yeah, that's a good shirt idea though. That's cool, little shot rockets. Sorry, that's cool. I don't know, they said something about like their database got screwed up or something. I mean, I have all the records, so it's like, this is how much you owe me, this is when it was requested, you know, it's all right there, but they made it sound like they were basically having to restart paying a bunch of people, and, you know, it was like in the queue, but like, goddamn, how long does it take? Brewster needs his money. Gotta give it that pause, right? Like don't worry about this, even though you can move this, which is kind of cool. But I never used it. I just wait. Just give it a second and let the motion tell you what's gonna happen. Look for that circle of action. We're seated, we're comfortable. Looking straight out. We're gonna climb. We're gonna tip it over to where we think it is. We're gonna look for what's not moving. That building's not moving. Just so. Just so. Yeah, fuck that tree. I think I might have like one more or something. Two more maybe. We'll find out. I'm gonna hit this tree right here. Base of the tree. Not moving. Oh, we're out of rockets. Ah. Oh. Have you ever flown any of the two-bladed helos in the Kyle family? Yes. Oh, we made it back to base too. Look at that. Shit, I couldn't even plan that. The Alpha Chuck. When I went to flight school, we had to. Well, we flew the Bell 206, which is basically that. But we flew Alpha Chucks for 2 weeks. I say we flew, we rode in because it was called BNAV, Basic Navigation. So we would have to create low-level navigation flight plans and mark them on our map, and then the instructor would come and he would do the flying, and you basically navigate. So you'd be like, okay, we're gonna take off and we're gonna go heading blah 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 for 2 minutes at 90 knots, and we should see this road intersection. Then we're gonna turn this heading for 10 minutes at 90 knots, and then we're gonna see this town, or you know, whatever, shit like that. So that's what you would do. And we flew the Alpha Chucks, which is the old Kiowa, the not the Kiowa Warrior, but the regular Kiowa, which was horrible for me because, as you can see, the Delta model has this little bubble, right? You can kind of see that this extends upward. My head kind of fit in that. The Alpha Chuck did not have that, so it was flat. So I kind of sat like this for 2 weeks. It was miserable. I hated it. Hated it. Hello, Happy. Had some good hunting last night. Good hunting. The Roughnecks. That was my unit. That was my troop. I never liked that name though. I tried to change it, but the guys didn't want it, so I still like it. Oh, there you go. I was just talking about this. So the Challenger is in X-Plane. It's not in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Where it is. Stiggy says, did you ever use Hellfires in a car or mostly guns and rockets? Mostly guns and rockets. I fired a couple of Hellfires. One in training. And 3 or 4 maybe in Afghanistan. Challenger 650. Ugh. Alright, never mind. Now, when I was a troop commander, all my aircraft had rocket and Hellfire because of where we operated. I didn't want guys messing around with guns because we were up in the mountains, then diving around trying to shoot the gun. It's just Kiowa pilots were hot dogs. They like to fly like this. They like to be really low and do this stuff. And I used to be that way too until I got shot. And then I was like, maybe there's better ways to do this sometimes depending on the situation. Like, I'll go low if I gotta go low, but I didn't need to be down there. So when we were up in the mountains, we kind of went to the high flying type of stuff. And I mean, I almost crashed doing all that hot dog and shit in the mountains. So I sort of validated my own fears. But yeah, my troop shot a lot of Hellfires. I think we shot, I had 6 aircraft in my troop, but I think we shot like 45, 50 Hellfires in 10 months, which was a lot. I remember one day they were pulling Hellfires off of Apaches to put them on my aircraft because my guys were in a gunfight, like my morning shift. So some guys shot a lot. I shot a few. I lased for my buddy too. My wingman shot one. I'm sorry, I shot one for him. He was lasing and I shot at his spot. That was cool. I've never done that before. Not much to it. I always like to land with a little bit of forward airspeed in Kiowa, unless you're in a hard stand like this. But if you're landing out in the bushes or whatever, a little bit of forward airspeed that'll prevent that cloud, which I kind of wish we could duplicate DCS a like a brownout condition. Because if you come into this shit, it wouldn't be so bad here because of the grass and everything, but like if you were landing in the desert, all that stuff, but it's like 10 times worse. It wouldn't be so bad here because we have forward airspeed, but all that shit would be right behind us. And so if you came to a hover, that's all you're gonna see. All that shit's gonna blow right past you. Like right now, we wouldn't be able to see shit. Like maybe you could see straight down, but that's about it. I always like to land with a little bit of forward airspeed. All that shit's behind me. But it's hard in DCS because the ground sometimes is a little sticky. But anyway. Could you feel it when they left the rail? Not really. The thing that screws you up is that it's slow. Which is duplicated here. Which I'm glad they did, because I told them, I was like, hey, there should be like a delay. And they nailed it. Because you pull the fire switch, or push the button, and then the Hellfire should go off. And then it, pause a second. And then it, like, there's like a one potato, you know, and you're like, oh, is something wrong? And then it goes off. But yeah, you don't really feel it. I don't remember, I think it's like 600 thrust pounds is when it gets released. I think it was 600. 600 pounds of thrust is like registered before it releases. 600 or 300. I want to say 6. But yeah, you don't really feel it. Now you'd feel it if it didn't let go. And that was one of our like emergency procedures. If like the Hellfire is just stuck on the rail, fucking jamming. And it was basically like, you may experience a torque or a yaw rate that it's like, oh yeah, you're probably going to feel it. All right. But anyway. 50 AGM 114s budget in the grand scheme of things. Oh yeah, I mean it's a paltry number. But for a Kiowa unit to shoot that many, it was a lot. It was a lot. Because like I said, most guys were zooming around with 50 count rockets, but it's not smart in the mountains. Like I said, you know, I almost crashed one day because my wingman, he went in for rockets, he was fine, and I was up high. I wasn't planning to shoot, and then he called me in. So I dove in and I shot, and as I pulled out, it was, you know, it was just high altitude, high density area. And so the air just wasn't biting as much as I would have liked. So it was a hard time pulling out of that dive. And if it had been summer months, we probably would have crashed. Probably. Yeah. Correct with rudder and continue to shit your pants. The, I'm trying to remember too. I think it said too, it was like, note, don't jettison until the missile is extinguished, you know, because it only burns for a few seconds. And then it would basically just be sitting there armed, and that's when you jettison it, because of course you don't want to jettison it while it's going, because who knows where it's gonna go. So, but yeah, I don't even know that that's ever happened. I think it's just one of those things where they gotta address it. Even on the Apache, we didn't have that written up, but I don't know if that ever happening in a Kiowa. That'd be messed up. But we had a lot of shit like that now that I think about it. I know we had one, I think, for the rockets, if the rocket pod was on fire. You couldn't jettison the gun, of course, because it was like hooked up to the ammo chute. Could you you couldn't jettison the 50 cal. Maybe they changed that with the M3P. I don't remember. Can Apache fire weapons on the ground? Yeah, you got a ground override switch. It's right next to the arm switch, so you can. So that is like a real technique, right? So guys don't practice this anymore. This is old school. This is old Army, but you do like a an assembly area, or no, holding area. So like, say you're supposed to do a deep attack or something. You may go to a spot early, and everybody kind of lands because you're gonna burn less gas, and so you're waiting for the pro word, or you're waiting for a time, or you know, something like that. But if you touch down, everyone's kind of pointing in different directions. You could arm the gun and do the ground override switch. So you could be sitting there and somebody ran out of the bushes, you can just shoot them with the gun. The problem is you got to be careful when you override it, that you could jam the gun into the ground. think I'm trying to remember the logic of it, because I know that was a concern with maintenance test pilots. I remember a maintenance test pilot, they actually did that one time accidentally. Like he had the ground override on, he WAS'd the gun, he was doing something, he looked in his checklist, and so as he looked down, he just jammed the gun into the ground. And that's why before you land, that's one of the checks, to make sure that you don't have anything WAS'd, you don't have the gun WAS'd or selected, because if you do, and you're looking down and you land, you're gonna jam the gun right up into the airplane, which is not good. Yeah, core sample with the gun. In the Kiowa, I don't remember. Weapons override. Yeah, ground setup weapons override. So you could on the ground, but I mean, what? So what? Like, all you're gonna do is shoot forward, so it doesn't really help. But what you could do is override the laser and shoot the laser on the ground. Well, I shouldn't tell that story. You can shoot the laser on the ground, and it's a class 3 laser, so it will hurt. It will cause long-lasting issues to the person who took the laser beam to the eyeballs. It was just somebody told me that they did that in Somalia. Like dudes were like trying to get over the fence or something like that. I don't remember all the details, but basically they lased these guys that were playing peekaboo. Recommend check out Mo's in DC. There is some presets. Well, there's a lot of words I don't understand there. Anyway, I was gonna show you guys Sherman Commander, but I'm running out of time because I gotta go to this fucking barbecue thing. So I will, I guess, start shutting it down here.
He's all over the place. 900 feet up to 1,300 feet. What an asshole.
But yeah, go on Steam and check out Sherman Commander. It looks pretty cool. I don't know how much it's gonna cost because it's in way early. Like you have to sign up to be a beta tester or some shit. I mean, it was immediately like as soon as I clicked it, it was like, oh, you're accepted. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But it looks pretty neat. But I'll have to play with it a little bit more before I feel like showing it on stream. And then I think maybe tomorrow if I set up my other computer, my laptop, I might do a little painting stream because I need to get some painting done. But anyway, well, thank you guys for hanging out and watching, for the subscriptions, and for all the chatter. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Cleared Hot game? Is that a game? Cleared Hot? I'll have to look. All right, well, y'all be good. We'll talk to you later. Have a great evening, morning, wherever you are.